What's up, guys? Well, I want to talk about a fight that I've been wanting to talk about for months, and now is the time to do so. And that is this weekend's big fight, the biggest boxing fight of the weekend, as far as I'm concerned, between Jared Anderson and Ryad Merhy. Guys, I looked into this fight a few months ago after it was announced. I didn't know who Ryad Merhy was. I looked him up. I saw what his record was. I was impressed. 32-2 with 26 KOs. That's an 81% KO percentage. The guy's 31 years old. He is in his prime. He is a former world champion who lost his belt because they stripped him, not because of a loss. All right. His last fight was against Tony Yoka, the Olympic gold medalist who is currently on a 3-fight losing streak. Initially, I watched highlights of the fight, and then shortly after, I watched the entire fight. Now, officially, that fight was a split decision. But, guys, whoever judged that fight for Tony Yoka should be banned from judging boxing. That was a one-sided fight, a dominant victory by Ryad Merhy. I didn't give Tony Yoka a round in the fight. Now, what are my impressions of Ryad Merhy? He is 5'11". He was a cruiserweight. Now he's openly saying that he is a bridgerweight. But, while he is a shorter guy, he is, he's thick, he's muscular, and he's very strong. Obviously, as you can tell by his knockout record. He not only does he have a big punch, but his style is to stand in front of you and box you. This is not a front foot heavy guy. He's not a back foot heavy guy. He's gonna stand right in front of you and play chess with you. He's gonna box you. This guy has A+ A-level upper body movement and head movement. This guy can literally stand in front of you with his hands down and evade your punches. The first 5 rounds of the Tony Yoka fight, that's what he did. Tony Yoka could not touch this guy. And it got to the point where he got so discouraged later on in the fight. And now as the fight went on, Merhy's, elusiveness and evasiveness kind of dipped, but that's because fatigue, was setting in as the fight was going on. He was not as fresh. But Tony Yoka was so discouraged as that fight was going on that he was hesitant to throw, because he knew what would be coming back in return, if he made mistakes. And I thought he was dominated. I thought it was a one-sided fight. Now, as far as his losses go, he lost to Arson. He got stopped in the 11th round. So even though he got stopped, he went deep in that fight. He also was stopped on his feet. He was not like knocked out cold. He was getting hit, and he basically was separated from his senses. All right, he was not defending himself. He was not throwing, and the ref stepped in and stopped the fight. It was a good stoppage. Now his other loss came to Lorena, the guy that dropped Dane Dubois 3 times and then got stopped the first time Dubois knocked him down. In my opinion, I thought he won that fight. The version that I saw on YouTube, I think it started the 2nd round. But I thought the first half of that fight, I thought that was all Ryad Merhy. As the fight went on, Lorena came on, but he won some rounds, in the second half of the fight. But I didn't think he did enough to win the fight. Now, I think there were 3 neutral judges in the fight, but that fight was in Lorena's home country of South Africa, I believe. So he was the visiting fighter, and he lost a decision in Lorena's country. So you got to take that into account, guys. But I thought he won that fight. All right. My criticisms of him, as a commentator said in that fight, if you watch that fight on YouTube, the guy said he was like Merhy he's an excellent fighter, but he's just not active enough. You know, he's not a high volume guy. At least he was not in that fight. Now his volume was good in the Tony Yoka fight. Maybe he heard that criticism. Maybe his team told him about it, and maybe he improved it. So that's my only concern in this fight with Jared Anderson. You know, is he gonna let his hands go enough? And truth be told, he needs to, because I don't see him getting a decision if this fight goes the distance, which I'm not expecting it to either way. But if it does go the distance, you know, I don't think he'll get a fair shake on the cards if he should get a decision. So I think he needs to definitely let his hands go a good bit. He needs to be looking for the knockout. And currently, as I do this video, the highest on Merhy is a plus 600 on DraftKings. Last night it was a plus 640 on FanDuel. The knockout prop currently is at the highest a plus 900 on DraftKings. It was plus 900 on FanDuel. Some smart money has come in. Now it's at a plus 850 on FanDuel as I do this video. Does Ryad Merhy have a chance at knocking out Jared Anderson? Hell yes. Those odds are way off. Those are gift odds, man. Again, 32 victories, 26 KOs, 81% KO percentage. When we saw Jared Anderson in with the best guy he's been in with so far, which was a Charles Barton, who was not at his best anymore, who didn't even come to win. The times that he did actually let his hands go against Jared Anderson, he was hurting Jared Anderson. He had Jared Anderson knees buckling, doing chicken dances, all that shit. So he can be hurt in a fight, and he is fighting a puncher. Regardless of how smaller he may be in height, this guy has a powerful punch, man, and he can hurt and stop Jared Anderson, in my opinion. You know, and this guy is in his prime. You know, this is not a guy that has passed it. This is a former world champion, man, who should be respected. I've been hearing people saying, "Oh man, Jared Anderson's fighting a bomb. Who's this guy? What did these type of fights again? When is he gonna fight somebody?" You know, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best guy that he has been in with so far. You know, because this guy is legit good, has power, and is in his prime. You know, this guy is, what, 6 years more experienced than Jared Anderson is. He turned pro in 2013. He's been a pro for 10 years. I believe Jared Anderson only been a pro for 4 years. So he got the experience in his favor. He has the defensive advantages in his favor. You know, maybe I'll give Jared Anderson the advantage and the power because he's the naturally bigger man, heavyweight, all that. But Ryad Merhy's power is not far from it, you know, if Anderson has the bigger punch. So I see Merhy having advantages in this fight. Then Jared Anderson also has had legal troubles. You know, he's coming off I think a wrist injury. He's 2 arrests. You know, his most recent one not that long ago, where he was trying to run from the police in his Dodge Challenger, and then wrecked it. You know, add that on to the fact that the guy, you know, he really is not in love with boxing. He just wants to make some money and get out. He was basically forced into it. His heart's not in it. He's not in love with it. You know, a lot of things working against Jared Anderson, in my opinion. And I think this is a good opportunity for Ryad Merhy. He's a live dog in this fight. You know, and I have played him on the money line and the knockout. You know, so really, guys, you know, I believe that is it. You know, let me know what you guys think. Good luck to you if you play this, but you know, don't write this guy off, man. People are sleeping on this guy, not doing their research. You know, I truly believe this guy has a chance in this fight. And hell, I thought getting him at a plus 400, whatever it was, when the line first was released, you know, a few months ago, I thought that was a deal. But money is flying in on Jared Anderson. You know, and it went up to as high as I saw it, a plus 640. You know, don't let the height fool you. Tony Yoka is a taller guy than Jared Anderson. Anderson listed at 6'4", Tony Yoka listed at 6'7", and Merhy dealt with him. All right, so really, I think that's it, guys. You know, I can't wait to see how this plays out. If Merhy wins this fight, I will not be shocked or surprised. If this is somehow, you know, a fight where he should win, but Anderson gets a decision, you know, I would not be surprised if the word Roberts thrown out, that Jared Anderson's overrated, that, you know, he's not that good, all this and that. But I'm eyeing it now, and I've hopped on the odds. If Jared Anderson can beat this guy legitimately and impressively, I'll give him all the credit in the world. I would say this is his best win so far, and it was a good win. You know, I respect Merhy. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Good luck to you if you play this fight, and I will check in with you guys soon. Thanks for watching.